I get a question a lot. How do I wire my neons? You know, how do I do it? Which is easy. Few couple steps here and you can have your car glowing. Yeah. Oh, thank you. So, step number 1, figure out how you want to wire them. For my rig, I have decided I want to hook them up to the door switch, you know, so when you open the door, boom, you got neons, you close the door, they shut off, and then a little override switch so that, you know, you're cruising along, you see some honeys, flip it on, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it probably would have been easier if I had videotaped before I taped it all up. Anyways, this is the centerpiece here for my whole thing. So what I decided to do is I got a lighted switch. I put it up inside of here. That way when they're on you can tell and you're not driving around with them on not knowing. So this is my override switch here. And because it's LED, okay, so the way that the door system works, it switches the negative. And this is a positive switch. So the neons have constant 12 volts, which is this wire here, constant 12 volts. So my constant 12 volts comes up and through and comes to the switch. So all this does is turn on a relay. So this switch just turns on a relay, and on this relay the yellow wire is going to my ground and the red wire is going to the ground on my neons. Well, a lot easier if I'd done this before I taped it up. Anyways, this is for the neons. This switch is not going to be used, so it's just going to be left on, you know, tuck it up under the dash, whatever. So the neons come, there's just 2 wires, one with a little red stripe and the other one's black. Red stripe is the positive, black one's the ground. So the positive ties in with this wire here, so it's always on, always has 12 volts coming to it. Then the negative comes up and hooks in with this ground. Now also in here I have another ground, and this, not that one, big mess of wires right now, and this one is my door trigger. So to shut that switch off, you got this wire here, so when you open your door, connects you to 12 volts, boom, neons come on. Alright, then you close the door. Now also, you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? I decided, instead of having them just come on and go off, I wanted to have them kind of fade. I kind of wanted like a time delay effect, you know, so you shut the door, maybe 5 seconds later, they go out. But, anywho, you know, it's just 2 capacitors in here. They're fairly large capacitors, you know, and then so when you shut the door, kind of fades out instead of just shutting off. You know, it just kind of adds a little class, you know. Sure, a lot of people notice, you know, oh, did you see the way those faded, you know? So basically I just got a little more wiring to do. I gotta bend all those terminals over because I don't know if it's gonna fit up in there because the heat controls are right above it. Didn't think about that before I drilled the hole. But you know, that way your switch is kind of, you know, out of the way. You know, it's not like right there on your dash. It's up in here, and the light kind of, you know, gives a cool effect to the ashtray or whatever the heck this is with the broken door. Wait, that's your ashtray, but it says no cigarettes, so it's not your ashtray. So yeah, that's basically how it goes. Oh, also another thing, because of the way you're doing this with this wire, you're gonna want to get a diode. This is your door trigger wire, because what's gonna happen is, if you want to turn these on using this switch, it's going to turn your little light on your dash that says your doors are open. It'll backfeed the light up in top too. So you're gonna want to get a diode, which you can get at Radio Shack, you know, any electric store. They sell diodes. You know, you don't need anything too big. Just, you know, 1 watt, 2 watt, red watt, blue watt. So. And then you hook it up in series with this wire to prevent any backflow. Basically, it's just a one-way valve for electricity. That way you flip it on, and instead of backfeeding your whole system, it just powers your neons. So yeah, that's basically what's going on, you know. Oh, these neons are wicked weird. I got them, and they hook together with phone jacks. I have never seen that before. It was like a pain because I had to cut some of them off to get them different places and stuff, and then I'm like trying to figure out how to redo it and stuff. Oh, it was a pain. But they're little tiny neons. They're cool. It was only $50 for a set of them. So keep hitting my door and stuff. So yeah, any questions, leave them below.